Greetings, folks. It's me again, back again with another video today. I'm gonna be reacting to underloved Bond chicks. Yes, reacting to the females from James Bond films. So right now we're gonna go in dry.
She's not good to me in the afternoon.
In afternoon,
Even on the honeymoon.
even on honeymoon.
Then I will take it off.
11 underloved but extremely beautiful Bond girls. Bond girls are an integral part of any James Bond movie. 007 isn't very exciting without his heart-stopping allies or antagonists. In the earlier James Bond flicks, the Bond girl mostly played the role of the spy's love interest. However, that changed with time, and soon
Now I'm starting to get hard right now.
Often having a twisted role that shocks the audience. After all, how many times have you watched Bond girls change allegiances during the movie? There have been some genuine
plenty of times.
Bond girls, raising the oomph quotient of the films. In this video, we have gathered some of the underrated Bond girls who are absolute head-turners. Let there be peace for your eyes.
Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Let's see what this one is.
Black Queen on the Red King, Miss...
Solitaire.
Sounds British.
We remember the movie Live and Let Die for many reasons. For
Tarot
starters,
cards.
it was the first time that Roger Moore starred as James Bond. He's investigating the mysterious deaths of some intelligence officers, and there is a supernatural angle to the story that the fans loved. Solitaire is a crucial character in the mix of things, and she is a psychic medium who works for
she's
Dr.
psychic.
Kananga,
So she's those chicks.
She is shown to have inherited her psychic powers from her mother, and in order to preserve her powers,
Sounds like her mom was a witch or something.
Kananga's illegal drug and trafficking activities are threatened by some British and American agents, and he has them all killed. Although Solitaire successfully describes the arrival of James Bond, she isn't as successful at evading his masterful seduction. Once she loses her virginity to Bond, she also loses her abilities, which puts her at risk from the wrath of Kananga. Her character is one of those antagonist roles that turn to the good side, betraying her evil master. One of the scenes etched in our memories is the one where she is sent for execution by Kananga for betraying him. She's tied to an altar by the arms, and just as a poisonous snake is about to inflict a fatal bite, Bond steps in. In the end,
Bond shows up.
Out for the good, as Kananga is defeated, and Bond does what he does best. Have his way with the ladies. The gorgeous Jane Seymour was roped in to play the role, and she did a fabulous job of being the adorable psychic lady. Electra King. There's something special about Bond girls, and that is that you can't stop crushing on them even if they're in a negative role. Electra King is a great example, as the character is the daughter of the evil oil tycoon and one of the main villains in the movie The World Is Not Enough. If you were stumped by the charming Pierce Brosnan as 007, there's no way you have missed out on this breathtakingly beautiful character of Electra King. Played by the alluring Sophie Marceau, this character had a lavish upbringing that made her somewhat spoiled.
So
She
one of the
eventually
rich
joined
girls.
her father's business and soon became a popular figure among the media and the public. Her role is that of deception, as she plots to blow up her own family's
So she's
oil
one of those
pipeline.
girls.
In order to avoid suspicion, she even dates James Bond, who initially has no clue of her true colors. She even gets M kidnapped, and her showdown with Bond is one of the great cinematic moments.
So she a
in James
bad girl
Bond
then.
movies. We will never forget the moment when Bond fatally shoots her with a single gunshot and exclaims, "I never miss." There's a long history of Bond's love interests who betray him, but Electra King is special because it's one of the first times that a negative female role was the main villain in a Bond movie. Whoever her character in the film might have been, we were in awe of her ravishing beauty and didn't even mind the missing right earlobe.
Oh, that Asian chick. Oh, behave. Oh,
Aki.
trap
There is a
floors.
raging debate on who was the best James Bond.
Doo-doo,
All the
doo-doo.
talented actors who took up the role over the years. The maximum
I always love that
votes easily
scene.
go to the recently deceased Sean Connery, who made the character his own with his charismatic acting. In the movie You Only Live Twice, he was accompanied by a stunning lady from Japan named Akiko
Oh, she's
Wakabayashi.
Japanese.
She played the role of a Japanese Secret Service agent who rescues 007 time and again in the movie.
Sorry,
We
shaking
first
my
see her
camera,
when she
folks.
takes Bond to meet Mr. Henderson, their contact in Japan. During the meeting, Henderson is killed, and when Bond is captured by the baddies, Aki steps in with her remarkable driving skills. One of the unforgettable moments in the movie was when a bikini-clad Aki invites 007 to spend the night together. She helps out Bond one more time when he's pursued by gunmen, and even guides him to investigate a ship that he suspects of being used by the antagonists. Their unique relationship blossomed a bit too nicely for us to grasp her sudden death when an assassin was sent to poison James Bond in his sleep. In the last second, Bond moves in his sleep, and Aki takes his place, thereby taking the fatal shot of the poison that kills her. It's hardly a setback for Bond, though, as he soon celebrates his victory with Kissy Suzuki. As for us, well, we missed her then, and we miss her now.
Now your courage, Miss...
Trench. Sylvia Trench.
Oh,
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond.
James Bond.
James Bond.
Doo-doo,
Sylvia
doo-doo.
Trench. The first two official James Bond films announced the arrival of an iconic spy character in the fictional stage. Sean Connery's brilliance, coupled with the action-packed, thrilling stories,
Classic James
made
Bond
for a
always be
perfect
my
success
favorite.
strategy. One of the first Bond girls to have wooed the masses was Sylvia Trench. This character was seen as a reoccurring love interest for the invincible spy, and she appeared in back-to-back movies, Dr. No and From Russia with Love. James Bond has a unique way of introducing himself with the catchphrase, Bond, James Bond. He probably picked it up during his interactions with Sylvia Trench, where the bombshell sits across the table at a casino and states her identity in a similar fashion. They have an interesting time together in the first movie, Dr. No, where Bond must rush to the airport on the orders of M, but manages to spend some quality time with the beautiful lady. In the next movie, From Russia with Love, Sylvia once again plays the role of Bond's lady love, as he is seen spending some quality time with her. However, once again he is called for a mission, and despite her best efforts to make him stay a little longer, he departs for his mission. Like we've already mentioned, in
Sorry,
the initial
honey,
days
but
of Bond, the Bond
gotta do
girls
what I
were
gots
pretty
to
much
do.
the eye candy, but with time the roles evolved. Kudos to Bond, however, because we would have definitely stained. Eunice Gayson, the delightful actress who played the role, was simply too irresistible.
I have never understood sexism until I got into the comedy scene.
Whatever.
Once you stand up against power, the narrative changes.
Whatever, hipsterella.
Everybody wants to be heard.
Don't be it. Don't be one of these people. Don't be an Anita Sarkeesian, girly. Just don't.
Miranda Frost. If there's one
Frost.
thing that we have learned in the course of James Bond flicks, it's that the prettier the Bond girl is, the more wary of her real intentions you have to be. Miranda Frost is a great instance of such devastating divas, as she is one of the major antagonists in the movie Die Another Day. She's shown to be working for the Secret Intelligence Service, but her real allegiance is with the diamond magnate Gustav Graves. She is a Harvard-educated gold medal winner at the Sydney Olympics in the fencing event. Posing as a secret agent, she sends the news of Bond's mission to his adversary. As a result,
Impersonate
Bond
a
is
secret
captured
agent.
when he attempts to assassinate North Korean Colonel Tai Soon-moon. She continues working as a double agent, and Bond is oblivious to her real identity. That is, until the incredible scene where her betrayal comes to the fore. 007 learns of her true colors as Gustav Graves holds him at gunpoint.
Don't trust traitors.
That Frost has emptied his
Don't
gun
trust
while
traitors
they were in bed
broads.
together. Her Her climactic sword fight is going to please the action fans, and even her cinematic death would strike a chord with the audience. Rosamund Pike, the blonde beauty from England, was perfectly suited for the role and did justice to the opportunity with a performance that will leave you spellbound. Dr. Holly Goodhead. The movie Moonraker marked the 4th time that Roger Moore was playing the much-loved character of James Bond on screen. The makers needed someone fittingly charming to be cast as the Bond girl, and they picked Lois Chiles for the role. She embraced the character of Dr. Holly Goodhead, and although there hasn't been enough appreciation for her performance, she had been amazing. What's a James Bond flick without a larger-than-life villain? In Moonraker, the antagonist was a bit too powerful for the British spy, and he required the assistance of his American counterpart to do the job. Dr. Holly Goodhead is a CIA operative, and Bond soon gets to know that she is spying on their common enemy, Drax. However, despite being on the same side, their banter is fun to watch, and they exude an interesting equation that the fans have loved. The final moments of the film where Bond and Goodhead fight Drax's thugs in a space shuttle is a scene that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Neither can we get over the intense, intimate moment between the two after the success of their mission, as the space shuttle makes a slow 90-minute orbit down to Earth.
Saved by a broad.
Melina Hanvelock. If the name of the movie is For Your Eyes Only, you would expect a Bond girl who will be a sight for sore eyes. Melina Hanvelock is just what you would anticipate, and credit is due for the interesting casting of Carol Bouquet. Starring opposite Roger Moore, she played the role of the daughter of British marine archaeologist Sir Timothy. Besides being the love interest of James Bond, she had a substantial role that impressed the fans all over the world. Melina Hanvelock was the daughter of 2 operatives who worked for the British Secret Service. However, when she goes to visit them during one of their missions, she witnesses them being murdered by a Cuban hitman. She is determined on her vengeance and tracks the killer with the help of a detective agency. After assassinating her parents' killer, she takes the help of James Bond to flee, and soon they are together in the mission. There are some cracking moments in the movie, especially the underwater fight scenes when James Bond and Melina are trying to get to the shipwreck. This was one more instance where the Bond girl was influential in the success of James Bond. Also, the last scene where they go skinny dipping together is what the best dreams are made of.
What are you doing?
Boris is alive backing up this place. If I can spike him, I might be able to find out where they're going. But don't stand there, get us out of here.
Sounds Russian.
Natalia
So she's
Simonova.
used to wrestling
We used
bears.
to think that we are hard and tough men, but at the sight of her, we melted.
Strong
we are,
chick.
of course, talking about the incredibly stunning Natalia Simonova from the movie GoldenEye. The role was played by the gorgeous Isabella Scorupco, who could make the men go weak in their knees. Her chemistry with Pierce Brosnan, who played James Bond in GoldenEye, was one of the talking points of the movie. Natalia Simonova is one of the most intelligent Bond girls and is a computer programmer working for the GoldenEye satellite system. She manages to survive when Trevelyan's forces storm the building and slaughter everyone else. Once they manage to steal the dangerous satellite weapon, Natalia joins forces with James Bond to stop the destruction.
Good girl.
There are some adrenaline-pumping moments in the movie, especially when Bond takes on a train in a Russian T-55 tank. He saves Natalia in a nail-biting moment, and soon they attack Trevelyan's base together in a plane. In another heart-stopping scene, they manage to save London at the very last minute when the satellite is made to explode in space. The movie ends joyfully for Bond as he shares an intimate moment with Natalia in the middle of nowhere when suddenly a rescue party arrives to disrupt them. Seems like you can't catch a break if you are 007. Milovi. given Timothy Dalton's brief stint as James Bond, The Living Daylights was a fairly impressive attempt. The movie was made even better with the presence of the graceful British actress Miriam Dabo, who played the Bond girl Cara Milovi. There are many shades to this interesting character, who is shown to be the girlfriend of a rogue Russian general, Georgy Koskov. Although her character is that of a cello player, she has some gripping action scenes, including her very first appearance where Bond shoots the sniper rifle out of her hand. However, when he learns that Kara is more of a victim than an antagonist, he helps her to escape from the KGB agents. She is shown to follow Koskov's orders until she learns that the general has been deceiving her all this time. She switches allegiances to James Bond, but not before she gets him captured. They are taken to Afghanistan, where they take the help of a Mujahideen group to attack a Soviet airbase. The fight scene on board the C-130 plane is worth viewing 100 times. And the movie has a fittingly peaceful end, where Kara is offered a special visa for her heroics that allows her to play all over the world. This is yet another of those stories of a Bond girl being bowled over by his antics and turning to the good side. As for us, it was all about soaking in the fascinating screen presence of this former model turned actress, Miriam Dabo.
As experts in online education,
No, they're ad people.
Purdue University Global gives you all the flexibility.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dabo.
Hello. So you want to get there now? No, I thought this one wanted some.
The Spy Who Loved Me, starring Roger Moore, was a global hit, and James Bond fans couldn't stop gushing over the glamorous Barbara Bach, who played the role of Anya Amasova. Although she is an American actress, her effortless portrayal of a Soviet spy working for KGB won many hearts. She is the
like
lover
every
of
villain,
the
throw some
notorious
snatch
Soviet
at
militia,
them.
Sergei Barsov, and like always, eventually falls for Bond. For a majority of this film,
So you
Bond
couldn't
and
avoid
Anya are seen to
Bond.
be working together, as their objectives are similar. They constantly try to outdo each other, but with time, they fall in love. During one of their train travels, Bond even saves her when she is attacked. Although intimacy grows between them, it changes when Anya learns that Bond managed to kill her lover. She promises revenge once the mission is complete. Throughout the film, we see her as a cunning and fearless lady who is also capable of letting go of her grudges. In the course of the movie, Bond rescues her one more time, but after the job is done, she points her gun at him, only to realize that she loves him too much to kill him. A jovial and happy climax greets the viewer as the duo continues their intimate moments as the movie goes into the end titles.
You like it?
Yes. Does rather suit you.
I would save everything else for England.
Sounds
Tatiana
German.
Romanova. If you are into spy thrillers, you have probably heard the term honey trapping. The character of Tatiana Romanova
Need
in the
honey,
film From Russia with Love
honey.
is the definition of it. As she is sent
Be
to
like
seduce
Wasp.
James
I'm
Bond,
an
it takes
animal.
someone exceptional to be paired opposite Sean Connery, who played the role of Bond. Daniela Bianchi was the perfect choice for the role, and this blue-eyed blonde beauty did a remarkably great job on her part. Tatiana works for the Soviet Army intelligence,
So
and her
Russian.
assignment leads her to the Soviet embassy in Istanbul.
The
However,
Russian
she
chick.
secretly works for the notorious organization
Living in
Spectre
Russia.
that makes her believe that her work is
Russia
going
are
to
gorgeous.
Their real intention is to humiliate the British Secret Service, and they use Tatiana as a mere pawn. The lovemaking scene where Tatiana, in nothing but her birthday suit, is filmed by Spectre
Oh, hello
and used to
there.
humiliate Bond. There are some emotional moments in the film, such as when Romanova is caught between her orders to shoot Bond and her emotions for him. Eventually, she sides with Bond, and as always,
Good
the
girl.
movie ends for a happy ending.
And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe.
Anyway, folks, hope you do enjoy. Like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok and Discord, and remember the name. The name's Maniac. Gothic Metal Maniac. I'll see you next time.